am Lamarsha Lewis. Let's talk. Today is Wednesday, December the 2nd, 2020. Let's get our conversation started. I'm wearing my Black Lives Matter shirt. I put this on because I want to talk about the trending topic, the backlash that former President Barack Obama seemed to be getting. He did an interview with a young man by the name of Peter Hamby on Good Luck America, and he talked about defunding the police. That was a subject in which one of the segments of The View, the ladies discussed their thoughts on what President Barack Obama said about defunding the police and just what defunding the police means in general, in which Sunny Hostin has, as she stated on today's show, for the 100th time. I remember when they first started talking about defunding the police earlier this summer, and when Senator Kamala Harris, now Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, pretty much schooled Meghan McCain about the subject matter of what defunding the police is. But again, this is just going to be a quick video because I still plan to do a video about President Obama. I want to talk about him because he's been doing lots of interviews in regards to his new book, The Promised Land, the book in which I do have. I want to do some more research and give my thoughts on the interviews and just the book and just President Obama, things of that nature. But I said, well, let's make this quick interview, this quick video, and have a discussion about President Obama talking about defunding the police and give my perspective, my thoughts, my opinions, and all of that. And let me try and play the clip. First, let me start off, I'm going to give you some Twitter. I saw where some people have been sharing on Twitter. I actually found this on my Instagram. And this one says, Obama has been evaluated to silence black dissent, not to empower us. Change my mind. And it's got a picture. This is from The Hill. And it says, Obama, you lose people with snappy slogans like defund the police. And this lady looked like Michaela Jabay. That was her comment on Twitter. Don't know if you can see that, but it's a picture of President Obama, and that was her opinion. Then Sean King, like, he retweeted what Cori Bush said, which is a lady. It's got a picture of it. It's got, with all due respect, Mr. President, let's talk about losing people. We lost Michael Brown Jr. We lost Breonna Taylor. We're losing our loved ones to police violence. It's not a slogan. It's a mandate. And she put defund the police. And she put that in bold letters. And again, it's a picture of former President Obama with where The Hill had this as a topic in on their Twitter feed. Same picture. Obama, you lose people with snappy slogans like defund the police. And this is what Sean King, he's kind of well known, retweeted a comment. And I want to go back to the original video.
Listen to you, or listening to you.
And I'm going to start here. Where
and you believe really passionately in a slogan like
this is the
defund
actual
the police.
interview.
What is your advice to that activist, also knowing that a lot of politicians won't go near that phrase?
It's interesting. We take for granted, if you want people to buy your sneakers, that you're going to market it to your audience. If a musician drops a record, there's going to try to reach certain audiences, speaking to folks where they are. It's no different in terms of ideas. If you believe, as I do, that we should be able to reform the criminal justice system so that it's not biased and treats everybody fairly, I guess you can use a snappy slogan like defund the police, but you know you've lost a big audience the minute you say it, which makes it a lot less likely that you're actually going to get the changes you want done. But if you instead say, let's reform the police department so that everybody's being treated fairly, divert young people from getting into crime. And if there's a homeless guy, maybe we send a mental health worker there instead of an armed unit that could end up resulting in a tragedy. Suddenly, a whole bunch of folks who might not otherwise listen to you are listening to you. So the key is deciding, do you want to actually get something done, or do you want to feel good among the people you already agree with? And if you want to get something done in a democracy, in a country as big and diverse as ours, then you've got to be able to meet people where they are and play a game of addition and not subtraction.
Come back tomorrow for more of our interview with Barack Obama.
And that was the actual interview. Again, that was with Peter Hamby of Good Luck America. And now President Barack Obama is getting backslash, and he's the trending topic about the subject matter, defund the police. I watched The View this morning. That was one of the topics in which the ladies of The View, it was Whoopi, Sunny, Sarah, and Joy were the four ladies that was on today, and they all gave their thoughts on the subject matter, their perspective, and all of that. And I can say I really can relate, and I get the point, and I understand everyone's thought about it, everyone's opinion. I do. Sonny said she loves President Barack Obama, which I love President Barack Obama, his wife Michelle, First Lady, and she said she disagreed with what he was saying. And it's not a slogan. I get that as well. It's like when I just read one of the ladies say it's a mandate. This is about because of the many black and brown people that have been killed at the hands of police brutality. So, and we know a lot of times there's mental health problems that plays a role in various things, like when something is going on and a person calls the police and things, instead of really trying to talk it out, it can escalate, and they don't ask many questions. It just goes into killing, and it therefore what defund the police mean is to take some of the resources, and I'm stating some, and really allot that resource maybe to getting professional mental health people and things like that. Sonny mentioned how education is defunded all the time. No one seems to make a big deal. But what my perspective is people is going to take things the way she preferred. Just like I said earlier this year, it was defund the police, and we were hearing that pretty much in everything. Defund the police. So that's why one can say it's become a slogan, because the opposite, the right, is trying to use it to their advantage, and the left has their own purpose for it. But to me, it reminds me of Colin Kaepernick. He peacefully protested by taking a knee because he was protesting against, again, the police brutality of black people, unarmed black people, how many black and brown people were getting killed by police people, and there was no regard for the human black life. That's why I decided to put on my shirt, Black Lives Matter, to discuss this subject matter as we're doing this topic today, because Sunny made a mention where her friend that formed the All Black Lives Matter forum and said that someone had told her, well, you shouldn't have it at name Black Lives Matter, it should be All Lives Matter. And I've heard several Republicans and conservatives, white people, talk about, well, it's not just black lives, yes, all lives matter, human lives matters. But what this is about, we're talking about black people that are being killed, just like this year where the police officer took his knee and stayed on the neck of George Floyd, and the outrage that took place in that state, because people, it shouldn't have happened. And then he had his hands in his pocket the whole time, looking as if, oh, I'm doing something bad. He knew what he was doing, and he killed the man. But at the same time, like I say, people try to say, well, Kaepernick was trying to disrespect military. It had nothing to do with military. People know that. But again, people have their own propaganda, their own agenda. We got a lot of simple-minded people, uneducated people. They think this way no matter what, even if it's right, if their mind saying is wrong, or they got their own perspective, their own mindset on the subject matter, that is what it is. We can talk until we're blue in the face, because people often don't care. They don't care enough to try and build true, valid conversations. They take their own opinion, and Whoopi kind of made this point. People take their own thoughts and they run with it. Right or wrong, they run with it. And so this is the things that we are dealing with in regards to this defund police. It is not about closing a police department or abolishing a police department. It's simply meaning take some of the allocated money that has been given to policemen, police department, to use that money to help put back into securing the healthiness of people, taking care of mental health, making sure that we can stop the killing, these unnecessary killing, especially when it is of people that look like me, black people. And that's why Black Lives Matter matters. That's why Black Lives Matter was formed, because we have to take a stand. And it's just, people have their own biased opinion many times. Defund means to just reallocate, move money, move funds, take it somewhere else. And like I said, Colin Kaepernick, in my opinion, is a good example. He tried to do a peaceful protest, but people wanted to say he was disrespecting the military because they were not wanting to adhere to what his message was, and his message being stop the killing. I'm doing this because I have a platform and I'm trying to take up for people that look like me, that has been killed at the hands of people in blue wearing uniform that took an oath to serve and protect. That was his message. But again, taken out of context, many times by choice, sometimes just by simple ignorance as well. But again, people have their own mindset. Even with me trying to give my thoughts on it, giving my opinions on it, giving my perspective on it, it may be heard, it may not. Hopefully that it will be, and hopefully it will be in a positive manner, not a negative. I hope it will go in and you hear it, and not that same way it goes in one ear and out the other. I hope this is not what this will come about. And we just have to not try and flip the script, not try to not get the message, because many of us are people, especially people of color. We can't start going against one another to where we have changed the perspective of the messaging which we are trying to do. Like he said, we want to add, not subtract. So you gotta, and it's not a slogan, it is a mandate, it is a message that we want the police brutality to stop. We want anyone, if he or she has a mental health issue, that person can get the help that he or she needs, that family member of that individual. Because when you have someone with mental health issues, it affects society, it affects everyone. It affects that family member, it affects that individual, him or herself, and we as a people, we as a society. So this is what, in my opinion, in regarding to defund the police, is not a slogan. It's simply a mandate to help reform. And with any and everything we know, we need money to do things. So that is the whole message. I hope people will stop giving the backlash. I saw even Fox News had a clipping. And of course, you know, they're going to go for it anytime, especially if it seems like we are going against each other. They don't like, never have liked or given the respect to former President Barack Obama. So this was a good day for them. Again, that is my That's in my opinion. But I don't think the term, because some are trying to, I believe it was Sarah on The View, where it's confusing. How is it confusing if I'm telling you? You got to take the time out to adequately listen. Listen, not to say with the projection of, okay, I'm hearing what she's saying, but I'm waiting for her to stop talking so I can interject and give my point. I need one to listen, to adequately listen, so you can get understanding. The Bible tells us, in all thy getting, get understanding. So Sarah tried to use where it's confusing, I don't understand. Do you want to understand? That's a question to be asked. Do you want to understand? Because if you choose to listen to me and I choose to listen to you, and we trying to come together for the common good and to solve issues that affects us all, we should be able to do that. But that takes everyone at least being willing to be honest, with honest and open evaluation. It's like, in my opinion, they're choosing to sabotage the message. Excuse me. They're choosing to adequately sabotage the message of what defund the police actually means. And it means to simply reform, reallocate money, funds to help another common cause. That's what it is. But some people, again, when you have your own mindset, and as we know, a mindset is not always an easy task to change. But that is my thoughts on the trending subject matter about defund the police, and our former President Barack Obama giving his thoughts on it when he was being interviewed. You can go out there on social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the different social media and news outlets, and that is the trending topic of today. But I wanted to just say, stop trying to deflect, stop trying to purposely sabotage the message when one is working to resolve a matter that so many others suffer from, police brutality. And when you're trying to just peacefully protest, when you're taking a knee, but it's saying you're being disrespectful to the military. But it was actually a man that was in the military that suggested to Colin Kaepernick that he take a knee, because he was just sitting down on a bench when the national anthem was being sung or played. He was respectful enough to listen to what a fellow veteran told him. Well, if you want to do a protest or you want to take a stand, just take a knee. Don't just sit there on the bench. So he respected what was told to him. So I feel like that's how, when it's saying defund the police, and when we're trying to have a mandate to stop the innocent lives of black people being killed at the hands of police people, police men, police women, when they took an oath to serve and protect, and they're not protecting, but they're killing, we have to be everybody plays a role. So the best thing any of us can do is educate ourselves. Don't just take something and run with it, but get the information, adequately research, adequately get understanding, going back again to the Bible, and all thy getting, get understanding. And then trying to work for a real, true, valid, peaceful resolution. So I hope we can come together. Once again, I am Lamarsha Lewis. Let's talk. Have a great day. Please, if you feel free, leave me some comments. Thank you. I am Lamarsha Lewis. Let's talk.